From deep within the Australian bush, some 40 years ago, came a call of the wild that was to reverberate around the world and alter the course of an entire nation's history.
Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. Skippy, our friend ever true.
On the 16th of September 1956, something new and revolutionary arrived in Australia.
Good evening and welcome to television.
Television presented the conservative suburban country with a window onto the rest of the world.
You dream boats, you lovable dream boats.
But the view was mainly of America, as US programs flooded the airwaves. Australian producers could not get a look in.
She's not just a kangaroo, she's a champion.
91 episodes sold in 128 countries, watched by over 300 million viewers a week. This is the remarkable story of how a crime-fighting marsupial became a superstar and helped establish an Australian identity that was embraced the world over. The land down under had arrived, courtesy of a kangaroo.
Hi, mister.
Alongside Skippy, the show featured a young boy called Sonny Hammond, a role destined to change the life of whoever got the part. It went to 9-year-old South Sydney boy Gary Pankhurst.
I think Sonny was very similar to myself. He was sort of outdoor, loving, outgoing, liked getting into mischief, was game to try anything once type thing. But I think I naturally just fitted into the role and I suppose did look quintessentially Australian by the very fact that I was comfortable in my environment.
Skippy! Skippy! Go home, Skippy! Get Dad! Hurry!
Yes, I'll wait for them here.
The other main role went to seasoned actor Ed Devereaux, who played Sonny's father, Head Ranger Matt Hammond.
That explosion we heard, it was a jet plane. The Air Force think the pilot parachuted into the park.
Are you coming with me?
No, you go with him, Mark. I'll go down and work along the river.
Let's get again, Mark.
Young theatre actor Tony Bonner was cast as the spunky flight ranger Jerry King.
Great to see you. The character interests me because he was a helicopter ranger and I hadn't played that kind of character before. So the personal side of it interested me. I have to be honest, the family, fuzzy, sweet and soft aspect of the show was not my primary interest.
He's in trouble. His car's broken down. He can't get to the show. Is that it, Skip? Come on, Skip. We haven't much time.
Sonny's older brother, Mark Hammond, was played by 18-year-old Ken James.
I was prepared to do anything, and my own stunts. I remember coming back to Fauna Productions back in Sydney one day after a long day on the set, and the editor greeting me at the door saying, "You are crazy. You are mad." I said, what have I done? He said, I just seen the rushes of you jumping out of a helicopter into the water where sharks are and being pulled through the water by a jet boat. I said, yeah, but also our director said, if you do your own stunt, I'll do a close-up.
The pilot episode was hilarious, traumatic, terrifying, exhausting, you name it.
Well, Mr. Hammond, I hardly know which one of you to thank first.
Well, we're pleased to help out. The pilot's safe and he's going to be all right. That's the main thing.
You're a lucky man, Mr. Hammond, to have two such fine boys.
The pilot episode came to the first of many happy endings.
Well, come on, let's humour the little lady.
Except for Skippy, the series had an almost wholly male cast.
I guess you must be Mr. Hammond.
All right, fellas, I didn't hear the whistle blow.
Now, about the job.
In Australia, the rugged outdoors was seen as a place for men.
The girl's got some kind of examination coming up and they don't want her to miss it.
It wasn't until episode 9 that the producers decided to experiment.
She's going to live here.
What?
Oh, no.
A girl here?
Into this testosterone-rich environment arrived pretty blonde schoolgirl Clancy Merrick.
Your father must be pleased about getting that job.
Yes, it means a lot to him.
My father worked for the BBC in London, and then he applied for the job as head of drama for the ABC and got it. So we were all, I was 15, my sister 13, taken to Australia with very bad grace. I didn't want to go with my friends. I thought, I don't want to go to Australia. Why would we want to go to Australia? We're very happy here. So we didn't want to go. We just sulked all the way on the ship.
I'm not welcome and I'm not wanted. I've known that ever since I came here. It's only because you're a girl, Clancy. If you weren't a girl, it'd be different. Well, I can't help being a girl.
Well, Clancy was just, well, to me, was just an ordinary, like me really, an ordinary girl who come out to live in this strange and wonderful place in the middle of nowhere.
Fine lady of means seeks companionship of quiet, educated gent.
Not only was Clancy a girl, but she also spoke in a clipped English accent.
View Matt means she wants to find a husband.
It was completely fine then, because I don't think the Australian accent, apart from real ockers out in the country, was as pronounced. I think everyone then wanted to sound as though they were English. And it was still the days in Australia, of course, when women wore hats and gloves to go out to lunch.
What's all this?
The combination of Clancy, the boys, the helicopter, and Skippy, of course, hit the mark perfectly. In Australia, when the first episode went to air in February 1968, audiences loved it. For all sorts of reasons.
Hello, Matt Hammond speaking.
It won't last long, Mr. Koala, if you go walking around on the road.
One of the things that really set Skippy apart from other marsupial actors was her no-nonsense straight-talking.
Let go of him, Skip. What did you say? That sounds pretty strong language, Skip. Better not let Dad hear you talking like that. Come on, I'll race you back.
A star with such a burgeoning international reputation as Skippy easily attracted a stream of high-quality guest actors, and many a glittering career was launched at Waratah Park.
Gee, that was great, Mr.
My friends call me John.
Mr. Hammond. Oh, yes, I see you are.
As I always say, a boy's best friend is his kangaroo. That's what I always say. Hello, darling.
She even attracted a genuine Hollywood superstar, Frank Thring.
You'd be Matt Hammond.
Skippy was becoming bigger than Ben-Hur.
Dr. Alexander Stark.
You want to take 4?
Action. Allow me to introduce myself. Alfred Aloysius Mortimer.
Barry Crocker made a guest appearance as a magician of dubious motives.
But what are you doing in Waratah National Park?
A fair question.
I decided I'd make him very British because, you know, the Australians traditionally hate poms. You know, we don't really, but I mean, it's part of the game that we play.
I, Alfred the Great, shall make this young lady disappear.
So I thought I'd make him a little more hateful, being English. He's quite a nice chappie, really, just that he was a thief, a shyster.
Aloysius! No! Elio! Ta-da-da!
What we tried to do was to give the world what Australia might be like. For Skippy, it was kangaroos jump down the main street and you could pet a koala on every corner, and it was like a giant bush town. The city was hardly ever mentioned.
Skippy was the first series internationally.
By the time the second series went into production in mid-1968, the formula of a heroic kangaroo, endless Aussie sunshine and simple stories with happy endings was working everywhere.
The key to it was that the little boy had all this wonderful country to roam about in, and the whole concept was always to have the feeling that he was free to roam the country, knew the animals and so on. Freedom and the wildlife element were part of it.
Come on, Skippy!
Skippy is the intermediary, as it were, the guide to the natural environment by becoming something that is a native animal and on our side at the same time.
Oh, I think when Skippy came to an end, I was very disappointed. I was quite upset about it because even though it was hard work, I enjoyed doing it, and I wasn't fully aware of the circumstances, but it seemed to have ended just all of a sudden. I can remember going to do the final day of shooting and that, and people were very emotional. The crew were all hugging each other and sort of, teary and that sort of thing, and it was a difficult time when it did end, when the show finished.
In September 1969, after 91 episodes, production on the series finally came to an end.
Funnily enough, it's probably taken me 35 years to really come to grips with what Skippy meant and what my part in Skippy was all about. I used to try and avoid the Skippy subject while trying to live a normal life, but it's only in more recent years that I've realised what an impact it actually made, and the fact that the contribution to Australia's history and to the world's impression of Australia was such a large one that, quietly I feel very proud about it.